Hey, this is Justin with DayTradeTheMarkets.com on Thursday, March 21st, and I wanted to kind of carry over from the video I did yesterday. I think this is an interesting time in the stock market, in the index markets, bigger picture. You know, we're in obviously a larger term up auction, but we're starting to see some selling pressure come in, and I thought I'd just kind of follow through from yesterday's video where we looked at the first 3 days of the week and then look a little bit again bigger picture at the fourth day of the week and what it all means. So you can see that yesterday afternoon after the FOMC meeting, we tested these highs and some selling came in. Buying was rejected with the deceleration, and then some strong selling came in, and that continued overnight, and we gapped down here on the 5-minute. You can also see that if we switch over to the 15-minute as well, where again going back to Sunday night with the news in Europe, we grinded higher, hit the resistance, grinded higher again, hit the resistance, rejected on that attempted move higher at the end of the day yesterday, and you can see we've sold off. So that kind of fits in with what we thought was coming in yesterday with some selling pressure, and that this market would have to really generate some pretty good buying to go and make new highs, and that we wanted to certainly see how the market would react here at this 43, 44 area, and I'm going to hone in on that in just a second. And then also we want to see going forward, how can the market react around this 30, 31 area, this support area, and also if we roll it back a little bit further, around the 21 area is kind of our a little bit of our line in the sand, which is where some strong buying came in the beginning of the month here. We gapped up right in this area here. So around the 20-21 area is something that we would also, longer term, if bulls were to stay in charge, we would want to make sure that they could maintain that area. But shorter term, just looking at this week in particular. Sorry, I had to pause it there, but I think what I was saying was that we've kind of taken out this area here that we saw in the 5-minute. There's a good chance we're going to go ahead and test this area next. There seems to be some selling pressure, at least short term in the market, although longer term we're still obviously more bullish on the bigger picture. But what I wanted to do is kind of focus in again on this 5-minute chart and look a little bit more carefully at the open today and how it kind of set up a consolidation, and we wanted to see which way it would break out. And so you can see that again we sold off at the end of the day yesterday and gapped lower, and here was basically the high of our gap right in here. But what we had two kind of conflicting structures. We had this high velocity move which incorporated the gap from last night. So that's a bearish structure, and so we would, again, whenever a major structure like this comes in, we would expect the high of that to hold. Then we also had this support zone, which is right where we open on a little bit larger time frame right in here. So we would expect that to hold as support. So you can see that we basically have a scenario where we want to see what the market can do around this consolidation, and you can see as soon as we opened, we tested to the high, then we tested back low, decelerated, but didn't take out the lows on extreme selling, tested the high up here, decelerated when we tested there, and it wasn't until mid-afternoon here that we, on the 5-minute chart, started to get some major aggression with some selling. You can see that we took out the low of this consolidation, and then we had some what we call level 3 or extreme selling on the low, which is obviously a very good sign that the market's got some strong aggression coming in. We've broken out of this consolidation, this battle, this tug of war, however you want to call it. And so we also know that the high of these level 3 bars tends to hold, and you can see that it held here and sold off 6 points. We started to have some buying aggression, but then this high held again right in here, and then we closed toward the lows at the end of the day. So what does that mean going forward? I mean, again, it's a little bit of a conflict situation in that bigger picture, certainly the market, if you're looking back a few weeks and a few months, bigger picture, the market's certainly more bullish, but in the short term, we've got some selling pressure on the market, and we certainly want to monitor what happens with today's low in the overnight, and then if we can get below that, what happens around that 30, 31 level, and if we can get below that, what happens at the 21 level. So, just kind of an overview, a little bit bigger picture, again, piggybacking on yesterday's video, if you saw that, to kind of give a little bit of a broader, overview of the market, of the ES at least. So if you have any questions about that, let us know. Hopefully that makes sense. Hopefully that's beneficial to you going forward. Otherwise, have a great Friday, and let us know any questions you have at info@DayTradeTheMarkets.com. Talk to you soon.